I drink heavily. I masturbate. No, of course not.
A little alcohol, pampatapang.
I get up around sunrise and I go to the garden and I sun my sphincter. Because you know that expression where the sun don't shine. I let it shine.
I do this. This silly thing. That's my way of warming up.
I would normally change my strings. These days I've been having roadies again, so... Palitan mo yan.
One thing I do is I try to get some quiet time. Like in the car, I don't listen to music. I make sure that I've done my yoga.
Take deep breaths and make sure the panic attack doesn't come. Just for mindset, yeah.
I have a way of doing it where I can change it like half an hour before playing and okay lang. You gotta play it, pull it hard, yank on it.
And for the prettiest girl in the crowd, and then I will dedicate all of my notes to her.
Avoid, holding cold drinks like this because it's kind of bad for the hands. And basically that's it. And I sun my sphincter.
I should have been a doctor, no, or a lawyer, or no.
Trust your engineer and your bandmate.
Parang holding back a little bit with the phrasing, maybe breathing in between certain passages, between certain notes. It makes a big difference.
I know how to handle everyone's demeanor and habits and quirks. We kind of know what makes each other tick already.
Don't think you know everything because you don't.
I kind of like the progression.
I like who I am right now, so I don't know exactly how to answer that.
If we knew too much then, we wouldn't have made the mistakes, which for me end up being the more memorable bits of his career. Yeah, I guess there's nothing.
Dami. Most of these I don't actually remember.
The time when we were recording Temple, live recording, diba? So all of the rhythm tracks were done live. And David kept farting. We just had to keep it together.
For the Brain Salad recording, the recording session was the night before Wolfgang was leaving for the States to do a tour. I had to leave because I had to be in the airport like in a matter of like an hour or so. So Dave was with me and I was like, Dave, sorry, I can't continue anymore, but I gotta split. It stuck with me and maybe because it was a fuck up. But having said that, I did like what came out on the album. But that was a memorable thing for me.
It was probably one of the earlier ones done at Green Hill Sound. That was our first time in the studio. We're just excited to record, and you're basically at the mercy of these veteran engineers who ended up being really cool anyway.
But the Black Album was great because it was the first album I got to record at home, email tracks to each other, so it's a very 21st century kind of recording.
It got to be exciting for me when we started recording with Angie, because then I started getting curious and I was asking questions, and Angie is a great source of that information. Those sessions probably were the best for me.
Beggars was great because it was it was at the decadence of a real rock and roll recording. It was very fun, but while we were going through it, it was pretty sketchy.
Too much fun. It cost a lot of money. While this guy's taking, let's go to the nearest club. Wink, wink. Let's go have a few beers at the nearest club, while he's taking. Okay, let's go. Come back with too much fun, stuff like that. Yeah, good times.
Wear a condom.
Don't box yourself into what you feel is the all end all music. Believe me, there's a lot more than what's in front of you. You gotta open your mind to everything else around.
Listen to a lot of music and play a lot. And don't play in your room by yourself. Play with a lot of other people.
Smaller mouth, bigger ears. The best way to be a well-rounded musician, not just a bassist, is to have more listening skill than talking skill or playing skill even.
Buy a tuner, that's very important, always being tuned.
Take care of your voice, really. Don't abuse it, get enough sleep, because that's the only way of recovering.
Respect your equipment and it'll take care of you.
They say don't drink cold water. It's okay, man. Drink cold beer then. It's what your throat is used to. Get used to your throat. Treat it nicely and to treat you back well as well.
Always try to be part of the team. Always realize what your role is in any particular group. I'm not saying that bass players are always in the back, but you have to know when it's time to step forward and when it's time to just, supporting role. So know your place.
Listen to your band, what they're doing when you're playing live.
keep it together for the unit. Because remember, music is a tree. The drummers, diba? We are the roots. The bass player, the bar, the guitar players, the branches, and of course the pretty vocalists. They're the leads. But really, what keeps it together? Us.
Try not to be an asshole, because at the end of the day, no one wants to be in the same band with someone who doesn't listen.
Don't expect any money from this. We do this because it's fun.
I will never afford my dream house. I guess that's what it means.
Well, it's longer than the marriage, right?
This is the one relationship that has outlasted marriages, amongst us, and it's really all about brotherhood,
Love and brotherhood.
I grew up with these guys, and it's like being married to like 5 other people.
and it's like family.
Actually, sometimes the band takes precedence over family. That's the sacrifice we make because that's what it means to us.
Most of us have day jobs. It's become the one thing I feel I can really be myself. I'll absorb all this stress during the week, but then when we get to play again, it's all gone. It's a comfort zone.
In the beginning, it made me nuts to be doing this, but now it's what keeps me sane.
All pass.
Okay.
Leave it at that.